In this video, I talk about the benefits of training with the stall bars. So, number one, the scalability of the intensity level. So I can cover pretty much all the range of intensity, starting from beginner or even someone who's recovering from an injury and needs to move very slowly, up to advanced. And it's very easy to change the intensity. Of course, it depends on the exercise. But for example, if I start with something very easy like that, okay, and almost anybody can do it, and then if I switch grade and I go lower, I change exercise and I make it more difficult. So for example, I do it from here, well, that's similar, but then I move lower and now it starts to give a different feeling. Now, of course, it's more intense, and if I go even lower from here, well, now I can tell you that it's pretty intense. All right, so this is one example, there are thousands. So we can say that with the stall bars, we have a very large number of options for progression and regression, and we can really say that we can train step by step. Benefit number two, we want to train all the fitness components, okay? So not only the strength and the muscles, but also mobility, flexibility, and also cardio is important. So we have one tool with which we can train all of those components of fitness. So muscle strength, that's obvious, but for example, I can also train my flexibility, and yes, there are also cardio exercises that can be performed with the stall bar. Benefit number three, in addition to muscles and cardio and flexibility, I want to train also other skills like coordination, like reaction time. And some exercises that I can perform are useful exactly for that. So for example, if I do a translocation, which means I climb higher with one hand, all right, you see this movement, I am training my reaction time, my coordination. So I'm going through some additional skills, which is more than just lifting a weight. Benefit number four, I can train using new position, hitting new muscles, actually muscles that are normally overlooked. So for example, tibialis muscle, so the muscle that is the opposite of the calf, is not actually very engaged in any traditional type of training. If I go on a specific position that I show you now, which is this one, right? From here I can do a number of things. What happens is that automatically I'm going to train my tibialis muscle, all right? So this is one example. For a large number of exercises, the stall bar is actually unique. There's no equivalent. For example, I can lock my feet on an upper grade and then grab with my hands on a lower grade. This type of things are impossible to do with any other tool. Benefit number five, most of the exercises involve a large number of muscles working together, so they are compound, which is a good thing. But I can also isolate a movement and focus on a specific part of it. So for example, if I have a mobility problem on the shoulder, I can specifically and slowly go and find the spot that I want to train, okay? So I can both train all muscles together, or a large number of them, and find the point specifically where I want to focus on. Point number six, we talk about the grip, which is the capacity to hold an object in a strong manner, okay? Now, this is a very important component of health, actually. There's a number of researches that are proving that. Now, what happens when we train with the stall bars? All the exercises typically involve gripping and holding. So, without thinking about it, we train the grip, which is a very important part of fitness and health. Number 7, getting up from the floor. Getting up from the floor is considered a very healthy type of movement. So it's a good thing to perform it several times during a training session. Now, we have a number of exercises that are on the floor, others that are standing up. So necessarily in a training session we pass through the standing up a number of times. Number 8, benefits of the inversion. So being upside down with the head down and the legs up is a position that brings a number of health benefits. And during the training with the stall bars, I am upside down very often. So for example, when I am in this position, so that may be not necessarily upside down at that point, but as long as I climb with the legs, then of course at this point I am upside down. And the same is true with a number of other exercises. Point number 9, having fun in training. Adding some spice by making new type of movements, more dynamic than the typical movements. So for example, I can climb from here like that, 1 and 2, 3, 4. That's one thing. Or I can also climb from here and grab, and then I go up and up and up and so on. So there's a number of variations that can be helpful in adding spice to the training session. Point number 10, it's very easy to add other tools that can enhance the training session. So with the elastic band, for example, so it's very easy to put the elastic band on a grade or even on a different grade, and there are an infinite combination of possibilities in having the elastic band combined with the stall bar. That's one thing. Another is this one, which is called protruding grade. It's very easy to put somewhere. It can be put in any of the grades, in any position. So, and from here, of course, there's a number of exercises that can be done in addition. So it's not really a necessary, but it's a good addition to it. And there are even dip bars that can be easily installed here to increase even more the number of options. Number 11, let's consider the space that this takes. So as you can see, it's not really a big device. This is made of wood, there are some made of iron, but of metal. But essentially, it's kind of 20 centimeter large here, and then the rest of the dimensions you can see. So it doesn't take a lot of space, and once I have that, I got pretty much a whole gym available with a small space taken. It can be installed either inside or outside. I prefer training at the open, that's why I have my stall bar over here. And as you see, it's very simple. No complicated machinery here. Very simple physics. As a last point, a warning. Be careful because this tool can be addictive. It happened to me that I got started and then I couldn't stop anymore. So, in case this happens to you, I want you to be aware.